Morning everybody, welcome back to another CYT Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison and we're going to be looking at the markets today, looking at why you shouldn't be worried about short-term Bitcoin prices. It's just something, a realization I kind of came to the other day, and when I was trading on BitMEX I was thinking, oh my god, I've lost kind of 2 Bitcoins worth when I got liquidated on BitMEX, and I thought I'm just going to stop this kind of trading malarkey altogether and get out of crypto and concentrate on the business. But I didn't get out of kind of crypto. I was kind of persuaded not to and just to stay because it was more than crypto, and that was all due to the kind of admins. So I have to be honest here and tell you that I was thinking about getting out of crypto and just concentrating on the other kind of side of business and kind of writing books and kind of writing products for business products. But the admins, I had a word with the admins a couple of weeks ago, and I've kind of not really told anybody this, but I had a word with the admins and just saying, listen, I'm going to bow out just now. And they'd kind of persuaded me not to, because it was more than crypto. We were creating a community here. That's what we're doing at CYT-Crypto. This is about creating a community, supporting each other and helping each other as well. Now, I wasn't going to talk about this at the beginning, but I'll just talk about it just now. So yeah, I was going to get out. I'd lost that kind of 2 Bitcoin on BitMEX, and I got liquidated. I've still got a portfolio. I've still got a long-term portfolio. I've got BABB in the portfolio. I've got XTRD, kind of AdBank, and kind of ICOs that I bought into that I'm just going to hold long-term. And I was looking at the portfolio, and I was thinking, I'm kind of crazy. Why would I be worried about kind of the Bitcoin price? Because everybody gets hung up on the day-to-day Bitcoin price. Obviously, as traders, that's what we do, because we're trading, so we need to know what the Bitcoin price is from day to day. But for the long term, is Bitcoin going to go away? No, Bitcoin is not going to go away. We hear in the news all the time, every single day, that more and more people, more and more institutional investors are getting into Bitcoin, Ethereum, the big ones, they're getting into them as well. We know the ETF is coming. We know there's no question that is going to happen. It's just when it's going to happen. So short term, Bitcoin price might go down, or it might kind of stay stable around about 7,000 or even 6,000 or even 5,800 or 5,000. Short term, it might go down to these prices, but long term, we know it's here to stay. We've reached that kind of seesaw stage that I was talking about, nearly the tipping point, where most people are going to get into crypto at some point. So we're reaching that stage just now. We're just climbing up to that tipping point. Not quite there yet, but once the institutional investors come in, the ETF comes in as well, then it's going to be fine. Bitcoin is going to rise. What's going to happen to the alts when that happens? Obviously, what's going to happen with the alts? Really, we've seen kind of what happens in the past as well. Bitcoin kind of price rises, the alts kind of go down, but they have their season again, and they go through this kind of cycle where everybody starts getting into the kind of alts again and trading the alts and kind of thinking about the alts for the long term as well. That's when people are kind of satisfied with what's happening with the Bitcoin price. That's generally when it tends to happen. When people are really satisfied and they say, okay, the Bitcoin price is stable. If it's $10,000 or $20,000 or $30,000, it's stable just now. I'm going to take a wee bit out, and I'm going to start putting money in alts. These are the alts that I think are going to go up, and they start putting the money back in the alts. That's how the alt season comes about in cycles, usually when the Bitcoin price is stable. When it's volatile like it has been over the last couple of months, that's when the alts are kind of volatile as well. That's when the alts can kind of drop big time as well, at the first sign of a Bitcoin price drop. But when we get a stable Bitcoin price, and this is where the institutional investors come in, when we get the stable Bitcoin price, that's when we're going to see the alts coming back up as well. So I was looking at my own alt portfolio, and it's all in alts. I think I've got half a Bitcoin, but a Bitcoin as in a real Bitcoin, all the others in alts just now, and I was trading to get more Bitcoin, obviously. So I was looking at that and going, there's still $30,000, $40,000 in there in the alts that I've got just now. Again, I'll just be open and honest with you. That's what I've got in my portfolio just now. And to some people, that's a huge sum of money. It's just, I knew where I was before, and I've taken money out as well from my portfolio. In total, I've taken about 30 or 40,000 out, near the top of the market, $30,000, $40,000, and I only started with 20,000. So relatively speaking, my portfolio is looking pretty freaking good, to be honest. If we couldn't get this kind of return on a bank. So I put 20,000 in June 2017. It's up to about 36,000 just now, and there's probably another 12,000 to go in because I'm waiting on an ICO kind of releasing their tokens, but I'll keep that ICO as well. So we're talking about, say, $45,000. So from $20,000 to $45,000, 150% increase, and I've also taken out about $40,000 worth of kind of Bitcoin and altcoins as well. So really it should be at kind of 85. So it's still a 300% return on investment in a year, in 1 year. Now I get kind of pissed off because I knew where it was back in January and February. It was kind of up really kind of high, and I didn't kind of cash out then, and I should have. I took some out, but I didn't cash out then. So my thinking was that this is just not going to work. It's just kind of gone down so much. But then I just had a complete revamp of my thinking, just thinking, Christ, we've still gone up. I've still gone up. My portfolio's still gone up 300-400%. Why the hell am I complaining about this? I'm not complaining. I was just kind of down on it, and I was kind of down on myself, and I thought I've just kind of failed at this crypto thing. It's not worked. But a 300-400% return in a year, people would kill for that kind of return. And this is what a lot of us kind of have done as well. Unless you bought at the very top in January, February, if that's when you came in and you started buying then and you've seen everything going down, it might be a bit of a different story. So I have no doubt in my mind that it's 100% that Bitcoin is going to go up. We're going to go up to 20,000, we're going to go up to 30,000, 40,000, 50,000. A couple of years' time, we're going to see that 100,000 or 200,000 or $250,000 for the Bitcoin price. It's not going to go away. There was a point last year where they thought Bitcoin could still go away. Bitcoin might still kind of drop off the face of the earth. Same with the altcoins as well, and the whole market could just go away. But we've come on so far since then. It's unbelievable how far we came on with blockchain technology and the crypto technology as well, and the fundamentals of Bitcoin, fundamentals of Ethereum, of EOS, Cardano, all the big tokens as well, and the new players coming in as well. We've come so far with tech and the fundamentals of those projects as well, that it's just not going to go away. And I know that kind of 100%. So I was thinking the other day that, what am I worried about? Just hodl, just sit it out, see what happens, and it's going to be fine this time next year. It's going to be fine this time 6 months' time. So I just wanted to share that with you. Maybe I'm sharing too much with you, I don't know. But I wanted to share that with you before I kind of went on. And I was going to share it a bit later on after looking at the markets and stuff, but I just went straight into it. Okay, I'm just going to see if we're on. We might not even be on. Yeah, it might not be live. I hope we're live. I'll just see if we've got people in. We have got people in. Okay, I'll just jump over to the chat area. Alex Jug is in the house. Welcome to you. Rishikesh Chowdhury is in. Chris Noble. Stu Johnson, RC is in. Deb, one of our brown admins, is in the house. Stephen King. Jean is in on his crypto journey. Justin Churchill is in. Mervyn Skidmore. Relts is also in the house as well. Scottish Bull's back with us. Good to see you, buddy. Rob UK, one of our brown admins, is in as well. Mervyn Skidmore. Jean. Kyle Watts is with us. Good to see you here. Morning. BABB to the castle. That would be fantastic. I was thinking about that the other day as well when I was kind of having all these kind of revelations and stuff. I was thinking, oh, the party at the castle is not going to happen. It might not happen. I thought, yeah, why might it not happen? It could still happen. I still believe it's going to happen. We're just going to have to wait on BABB coming out with the banking licenses and doing their thing and just keep on working away just like they're doing just now. So party at the castle is still on, very much on. Middleway is in the house. Atif Mahmood is in. Mervyn Skidmore, Jane was said already. Okay, so just look at some of the comments. Jane Godman, didn't think I'd hear that coming from you, Stephen. It's usually your channel that keeps me from quitting crypto. Keep her lit, mate. Honestly appreciated. Just being honest. Just want to be really honest with you that I'm probably one of the most positive people in the world. And it was 2 weeks ago. I just thought, right, that's it. But it was a moment or a couple of days of, because I felt I failed. I felt I'd kind of let you down, let everybody kind of down, the admins down as well, because I was trading to, that's another story altogether. But I just wanted to be honest, really honest with you, and just thought, that's the thought I had. But now it's just different. I'm just in a different mindset again. I'm back to where I was before. But we all have these kind of blips. Everybody has these blips, and as I said, I'm the most positive person in the world about crypto, about my kind of ability, about my kind of skills and everything as well. And I'll get that back. The trading money just now, that will come whenever. And we go through this. I go through this in business. There's dips, there's peaks, there's dips, there's peaks. Same with crypto as well. It's exactly the same. So yeah, Jane, just wanted to be honest with you. Scottish Pool, I thought I had a lot at 15k. Yeah, to me, the kind of the 30-40k that's in there just now, it doesn't seem a lot because I know where it was kind of before. I know where it was before, but I know that's going to come back up, and that will come back up. I'm down 30%, still bullish on plans to give up in crypto for long term. Excellent. 30% is actually okay, and if you depends when you start trading. Atif, I have my alts sold down, and now what I do is sell them when they pump, try to catch back. That is a safe way to increase my altcoins amount and wait till they reach back all-time high. Yeah, I think that's a good kind of way to do it, Atif. It's just trying to time the markets as well. Mervyn Skidmore, 100% plus up, good skills. You're playing with found money now, just stay in. That's it. That's exactly what it is, because I've taken out what I put in. Well, I've taken out double what I actually put in, and this is just, it's like free money, basically. So you're right, Mervyn, that's exactly it. Jean, so far all you said, like my own story, I'm going to start 1st of January 1st on January 2018, and should have sold out in February, but rode this all the way down, so just hodling now. Yeah, I think a lot of us are in the same situation, but our time is going to come again. The alt season is going to come again. There's going to be more than one alt season as well, so that is going to come again. I've just no doubt about that. Justin Churchill, I look into the projects you've mentioned, then start accumulating. It's hard to sit tight during the sideways market, so let's be honest, it's boring. I'm accumulating these dips for the long haul, yes. Because these dips, if we think about it, these dips, 90% dips from the all-time highs, this is a time to start accumulating. But the thing is, because the prices have gone so low, people are starting to kind of catastrophize, me included. I was a couple of weeks ago starting to catastrophize and think, okay, this is the end of the crypto market, and this is it's like that Doors song, this is the end, my friend. Anyway, so yeah, that's it. We start catastrophizing and we can't see the future. Obviously nobody can see the future, but if we think about what's happened before with Bitcoin, with alts, with everything else, they'll have their day again. We just have to kind of have faith in that as well. And if they don't, then we were in the game. We were there when kind of Bitcoin was kind of rallying. We were there when Bitcoin kind of first started. We were there when the alts market, there's something to tell our grandkids as well. So is it a gamble? Kind of, but it's an educated kind of gamble at the same time, because we're betting on the future. This blockchain is the future, there's no doubt about that. There's just the underlying technology. There's no doubt that some of the biggest companies in the world are now looking at blockchain as a technology, not so much the cryptocurrencies, but blockchain as a technology to kind of revamp their business. So there was a kind of an article I read yesterday as well about the top 50 kind of companies, traded companies, public companies that are looking at blockchain. So from that point of view, it's really good. It's just now adopting the kind of cryptocurrencies as well. So yeah, I've no doubt that the future is going to be okay. And one thing I've done, and I do this in my personal and business life as well, is to let go of the outcome. Hard to do, but when you've seen your portfolio going down so much, it's just saying, okay, whatever happens, happens, and just let go of the outcome. And that's when things really start to happen for you, because you're not in that panic, desperation mode. And when you're in desperation mode, in the panic mode, especially as a trader as well, when you're in that kind of stage, in that, if you can recognize it, this is really good. But when you're in that desperation mode, it's that's when things start to go wrong for you. That's when you start to make bad decisions. That's when you start to jump in too quick without analyzing. And I've found this time and time again in personal and business life as well. And I've learned over the years just to let go. Just let it go mentally, let it go of the outcome. And when you do that, you make much better decisions. And accept the fact that this could all go away. What's the worst that can happen in crypto? It all goes away. The whole market kind of falls away. That's the very worst that could happen. What's the best that could happen? You have to look at it conversely and say, okay, what's the best thing that could happen in crypto? Bitcoin shoots up to $50,000 by the end of 2018 or beginning of 2019. They all start to come back up again. Your portfolio starts to go back up and we all start to make money. That's the best thing that could happen, or become millionaires. We're looking for that, but we're always looking for the quick way, but we have to kind of stay in it for the long haul for that to happen. So we can look at the worst thing that can happen and also the best thing that could happen as well. So most people catastrophize and look at, oh, this is the worst thing that could happen, and they focus on that part. But when you focus on the good thing that could happen as well, the best thing that could happen, that's where to put your energy. That's where to put your kind of mind energy, so to speak, as well. And when we go in that place, then we feel much better, and when we can let go of the outcome, much better for our mental health. Really, literally our mental health. This is just turning into a kind of conversation. We'll just leave it. We'll just go with the flow. I was going to look at the news and the markets, but we'll go with the flow just now. 2018, best year for buying into the market. I think it is going to turn out to be for a lot of projects. Gene, like you said, mate, this is a brilliant wee community you've built here, and we're up and down, we're all together, and we can help each other pull through it. Cheers, mate, for all your hard work. Gene, I really appreciate you saying that, because that's what it is, and that's what the admins were kind of all telling me a couple of weeks ago when I had that kind of big dip, and they're just saying this is about the community you built. It's not just about crypto, it's not just about trading, it's about this community, this extremely supportive community that you built, and that's what it is. And I just kind of forgot that for a few seconds, and just came back to reality, and I said that's what I do in business. It's all about people, it's all about community, it's all about being supportive of each other, because we're all on the same journey in this crypto journey. And if we can find a group of people that are growth minded, that really want the same thing as well, then that's when things are really going to help us being part of this community. And that's why I love the premium community so much. Abdul, I'm down 80%. What would give me 5x? See, that's kind of what I was talking about earlier on. We're looking, we're kind of getting to that desperate stage, where we shouldn't really be thinking like that as well. And we all do it, as I said, Abdul, but there's a lot of kind of coins out there. If you're trading is still the best way to trade in a kind of down market like this, because make no mistake, we're still in a bear market just now. We're nowhere near kind of hitting the bull run, but when we do hit the bull run, it's going to really kick off. Christopher Dalson is in the house. Welcome to you. Tim Gash, I bought Bitcoin in March 2017 and I wished I sold at Christmas but didn't. I bought and hold a lot of alts this year and I've been holding. I think that's the thing we can do just now. Now my thinking is to put 80% in a portfolio and kind of alts and Bitcoin, more so Bitcoin. We're looking to accumulate Bitcoin, and use 20% for trading. I think that's a good number. Use 20% of your kind of money for trading, and if you can get kind of more money in for trading and you become good at it, and really there's no need, you don't have to be a brilliant trader, because again, I'll go back to the charts and just look at one thing just now. If all we did was look at the hourly chart or the 15-minute chart and just traded on the 7 70 EMA crossing over the 25 EMA, and we just traded on that, if that's all we did, we could be, that's all we need to make us good traders. So for Bitcoin, for example, crossed over at 6,685, excuse me, and you wouldn't have really got out until about 7,000. You might have got it earlier and just take some profits off the top, but if that's all we did, then we'd be golden. Obviously, when the only thing that kind of works against us with trading Bitcoin is when it takes his big dips in the space of an hour or two. We can see here that it was 7,106 and it went down to 6,908, so it dropped $200, and it's dropped kind of more than that. So when we get these kind of big dips, they kind of really kind of crash us out, and that's what happened on the kind of BitMEX trading for me as well. But that was my own fault. I was trading kind of on BitMEX at 25x leverage. Lesson learned, big lesson learned. And I wouldn't say don't trade on BitMEX, I would just say be careful and just do maybe max 10x until you get become really good. So I'm not going to put BitMEX down for this. It was totally my fault for trading at such a high leverage. So yeah, if that's all we did as traders, then that's what we need to look at on any chart. If we look at any chart at all, if we just traded the 1 hour. So for example, ADA could have gone at 1384, wouldn't have got back out until 1468. That'd have been a good profit. That's a 10% profit. Is it 10%? 6%. 6% profit. And we don't need, for me personally, I don't think we need all these highfalutin kind of indicators and stuff like that as well. Just look at what's in front of you. Just look at the price action. And if we do that, I think we can become good traders, but just 20% of our portfolio money as well. Oh, I've got a excellent, got a donation. Thanks for the content. I appreciate the work that you put into the live stream. Thanks, Joseph. That's Joseph McKenney. Really appreciate that, mate. A $5 donation. Thank you very much. Always appreciate the donations. Scottish Bull, Elastos, BTC, LTC, Ontology, and ZRX. I'm holding super bullish on them. Every single one of them that you mentioned there, Scottish Bull, definitely. I think are all going to do well. Honest Crypto Journey, my portfolio is down about 50% in dollar value, but down 0% on amount of alts I hold. So no worries long term. Excellent, love that attitude. Andreas, good morning. Buy the dip. Mervyn Skidmore, LOL. How many of us have stop lost at -10 only to watch it go up loads at half hour later? It's a nightmare when that happens. A nightmare. Gene, I think the bears have near got what they want us folks to panic and sell out so they can buy up cheap coins. Hodl, hodl, hodl. Someone once told me you only lose when you sell at a loss. Exactly. Exactly. Benjamin K started in December, down a bit, but still pumped for the future and learned so much in the last 9 months. Exactly the same situation. When I first started kind of getting into crypto, I didn't really kind of have a clue. I knew about the underlying technology, and everything is self-taught as well. And it just takes a wee bit of time to learn it all. But once you actually get into trading, you learn so much more. And you learn what to look for in a project, what to look for in an ICO, for example, as well. So good point that we've all come a long way. We know, if you think about it, your knowledge of crypto, your knowledge of blockchain, your knowledge of kind of what's happening in this world, you probably know more than 95% of the world's population. Think about that. You're in the top 5%, probably less than that, maybe the top 2% that know about crypto, that know about the underlying technology. So that puts you in a league of your own as well. So we're in the top 2% of the world that know about crypto. We're at the forefront of what's happening just now in the crypto world. We might be down in a portfolio, but we've learned so much over the last 6 months, 9 months, a year, whatever it is, however long you've been in. Benjamin's saying, thanks so much for your time, Steve. Much appreciated. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Scottish Bull, exactly. We're all in it together. Agree, disagree, up and down. At the end of the day, we're all friends. Exactly. Exactly. That's what it is all about. But we don't want to be all broke friends together. We want to kind of help each other out to become more affluent, I'd say. Kukla is in. Good morning to you, Abdul. Actually appreciate your efforts. Thanks very much, mate. I really appreciate that, Abdul. Iris and Sketchy started 2016. I cashed out in January. Brilliant. Started again in March. I'm down, but long term I'm up. That's fantastic. So if you started in 2016, you must be up quite a bit, especially if you cashed out in January at the all-time highs. Midway, looking forward to what Kin will do in the coming years. I think Kin's going to be an excellent long-termer. Gene, BTC, LTC, XRP, ADA, TRX, BABB, Kin, PundyX. Happy with what I'm holding and bullish in the next 6 months. That's a brilliant portfolio, Gene. A good mix as well. A really good mix. Steve, can you do TA on salt for short trade? It broke out yesterday, now back on yesterday's price. So yeah, we'll look at the markets very quickly. So I got sidetracked there. I just wanted to kind of talk about kind of the long-term Bitcoin price. Okay, so we're at market capitalization of 226 billion. Bitcoin dominance has gone up slightly, about 0.4% to 53.2%. Who's the kind of winners? Noah Coin jumped in at number 72, the top 100, and we've seen that yesterday. I looked at that yesterday, so it's jumped up even higher. Don't know about it at all. Dogecoin is up. Decentraland, Metaverse, ETP, Digibyte is up as well. Bitcoin Diamond, Komodo, Redcoin, Walton Chain, all in the green. So there's about 20% in green and 80% in red in the top 100. Nano is the biggest drop, but that had a big, huge run up. We could expect that. IOTA, Ontology down as well. Chainlink, OneChain, IOST, Bitcoin all down as well. So 80% are kind of in the red at the moment. Bitcoin price. Oh, I wanted to show you this as well. CoinFarm. I don't know if you've seen this. CoinFarm.com. This kind of shows you the kind of sentiment on TradingView for Binance, Bitfinex, Bithumb, and Bitflyer. Japan. This is for Bitcoin. What the kind of sentiment is just now. The consensus is to sell Bitcoin at the moment. We'll look at over the last day. See what the sentiment is. And this is coinfarm.com, coinfarm.online. I'll post the link for you as well. So this was the sentiment over the last 24 hours. So we can see the sentiment has changed from buy to sell, and this is on the hourly. So we're a very fickle bunch. So within a space of 24 hours, we've gone from a buy to a sell recommendation. The number of shorts on BitMEX is up to 51.83%, as opposed to the longs at 48.17%. So the bears are starting to come back in again. So this is quite a good site. I would take a wee look at that. Okay, we'll look at salt. Where is salt just now on the hourly chart? Yeah, it kind of pumped up. It was at 783, went all the way up to 1080, so that was about a 40% jump. It's come back down again, so I would kind of wait on that bouncing. It looks as if there's going to be a bounce there, but the Bitcoin price comes down. For that, it might be well to stay out of it. Just now, if you're trading it, if you've not gone into it yet, it might be well to stay out of it. And this is where you would go with a jump like this. This is where you look at the hourly chart and say, okay, it's down just now. But then if you're looking for an entry price back in, this is when to look at the 15-minute chart. And there's no entry price for the 15-minute chart just yet. And again, we're just looking at the 70 EMA and the 25 EMA crossover. So an entry price to get back into salt might be when the 70 EMA crosses over the 25 EMA on the 15-minute chart. That might be your kind of early entry price. Or just look at the hourly chart for the same crossover and to confirm that there's is coming back up again. So if you're not in it just now, I wouldn't go into kind of salt at the moment until you see a confirmation that it started kind of rising again. So that was a big jump. So 774 to 823. So it might be coming down. It certainly wasn't a pump and dump there. It certainly didn't look like a pump and dump because it happened over the space of about 5 hours. So that's where salt is just now. Somebody asked for that just now. Who's the top risers on Binance? Loom. Loom is in there. It's been a sudden jump. So this is where, if we're kind of short-term trading, this is where we'll look at the 15-minute chart. And we could have got into Loom. If we're looking at the 15-minute, 1549, probably a wee bit higher, maybe 1560, and kind of rode it up to 1800, and hopefully taken profits off the top and got out again, or just got out when the 70 EMA crossed down over the 25 EMA at 1722. So there's still been a good profit. We got in round about here, got out, so there's still been a 10% profit there. CVC, same thing happened with that, but even on the 15-minute chart, yeah, they crossed over here. They crossed over at 1916. We'd have probably got in round about there at 1951 or something. And if we kept it, and we could have rode it up for a 17% profit before it came back down. RDN has just kind of started jumping. Just now, this is on a 15-minute chart. So crossed over at 6356, just come down just now again. So yeah, it's coming down. So we wouldn't get into that on a red candle, certainly. KMD, these are the kind of risers on Binance just now. NXX, they're kind of all coming down, so not good entry prices for them at the moment. So this would have been a good one. I like the slow ones, the slow risers. On the 15-minute chart, this is on the 29th of August. Could have gone at 1242, around about it just been after that, once it kind of crossed over. You're going at 1362, kind of riding up to here for 7% profit, if we were still in it. Dent is starting to come back down. That did hit a kind of high of 59 Satoshi. It's starting to come back down. So you wouldn't take a look at the 50-minute chart for Dent. You'd probably look on the 1 hour chart. So it's coming back up again, so it might be time to get back into Dent. But look at the Bitcoin price first of all. So that's a few of them. Gene, thank you very much. £10 donation. Really appreciate that, mate. Honestly, really appreciate the donations that come in through the channel. Thank you. Thank you. What's a tea, Steve? Can you do a tea and salt? So we've done salt. So I wouldn't, if you're not in salt yet, I wouldn't trade it just now. I'd take a look to see when there's a confirmation of the crossover. TNB down as you mentioned yesterday. TNB, what's happened to it? I know we looked at TNB yesterday as well. Time New Bank. Yeah, it's crossed down over that kind of support line. So you wouldn't be getting into that just now. That's on the hourly chart. When we look at this yesterday, it was probably, yeah. So it's going down further. But these kind of represent good opportunities. So you need to, what you kind of would do now is say, okay, where's the support for TNB? And the support line, if you look at the support line for TNB, probably the support is round about here at 166. So you'd look at 166, wait on it bouncing from 166. If it doesn't bounce, if it keeps on going down, we have to look at the next support line for TNB. And the next support line would be around about 157. And then the next support line after that would be about 151. So we'd look for confirmation to see if it's going to go through the first support line. If it goes down, we'll look at the next support line. If it goes down below that, we'll look at the next support line after that. And I think that would be near an all-time low. So look on the 4-hourly chart. So it would be it'd be near an all-time low for Time New Bank. So I would look at these support lines on confirmations to get in. If it bounces up here, you might be good to get back in, but you'd be looking for confirmation there as well for a 7 EMA, 25 EMA crossover. Justin Churchill, partnerships, VT, XLM, BAT, XRP. I think they're all good ones. Yeah, there's a lot of partnerships within those as well. I've split my portfolio between 5 to 6 low market caps. I think will do well. BACS, UUU, EXRN, NPXS, KIN against projects that have a product. Yes, and partnerships. VT, XLM, BAT, XRP. Yeah, I think that's a great strategy for doing that. You've got to have some risk in your portfolio. You can't just go all safe. And there's no portfolio really safe. Like Bitcoin, I would class as kind of being a safe kind of project to kind of accumulate. And then you go for the riskier ones. It could 10x, 100x your portfolio as well. So I like that kind of strategy. Money token on exchanges now at this joint. We've kind of looked at money token before, I think. Mervyn Skidmore, half party of the castle, or passing a can of special brew around on a bench at Waverley Station. Yeah, it could be that. We'll all gather at Waverley Station just to watch the trains. We can't afford to get a train, but so we'll just get a can of special brew or a bottle of Bucky. Get a bottle of Bucky and just pass it around at a sip each. We'll be able to afford that. Gene, boom, LOL. Excellent. Thank you very much again for the donation, Gene and Joseph McKenna. Rob Taylor, that made me laugh. That Rob Taylor, Crypto Crow, interviewed the guys at Graft yesterday and is freaking out over the project. 3.5 million market cap, and are partnered with Verifone, one of the world's largest companies providing electronic payment transactions. Been hyped about them along with Celsius Network, and got into BABB a while back, hoping for the best. Yeah, I've looked at Graft as well. Where are Graft just now? I didn't know Crypto. I've not seen Crypto Crow for a while actually. I've not watched his videos, just purely because of time. So it's 9/10 of a cent at the moment. So I did look at Graft a few months ago actually. Global Decent. So this is like PundiX, and this is like a partner for, not a partner for PundiX. I mean, it's like a competition to PundiX. Global Decentralized Payment Processing Network, RTA Supernode, alpha testing begins. Yeah, so I did look at them. It might have been yourself that kind of got me into them, Rob. I can't remember if you messaged me. I know you messaged me about Celsius Network. It's just having the funds to actually kind of get into new ones. Honest Crypto Journey, when Bags hits 5 cents, I'll buy you a cold pint, mate. Fantastic. Cold pint of cider. Cold pint of cider, that'd be lovely. When it hits 5 cents, can't wait. Even if even if it takes 2 or 3 years and I'm not doing the YouTube videos anymore, I'll come on YouTube, especially for that, and I'll write to everybody as well, just saying, okay, party's back on at the castle. Iris and Sketchy, I didn't make millions as crypto back in 2016 with a real risk as they were new, but I had the money I have now. Back then I'd give Bill Gates a run for his money. I know, just hindsight, isn't it, mate? Really hindsight. Avon, hi bro, been a big fan and keep myself updated from your videos. Cheers. Oh, thanks Avon, I really appreciate that, buddy. Gavin Burns, morning from Hull. I have 25x my position in ETN in this bear market, as I'm sure a lot of others will be doing the same with their favourite crypto products. Yeah, a lot of people will be doing that as well. They'll just be doubling up, trebling up, quadrupling up. Rob Taylor, Scott Stornetta is the man's name. He's mentioned in Satoshi's white paper a number of times. According to Alex Machinsky, the Celsius CEO, they recently acquired one of the original inventors of the blockchain tech as an advisor to the project, spacing on the guy's name at the moment. And that's where you came in, Scott Stornetta. He's the advisor for Celsius, not advisor to any other groups. I need to look at it again, Rob. The trouble is I've just no money at the moment to kind of put in to new projects, and I don't want to sell any of the others I've got just now. Morning Sonia, morning Stephen O, morning to you, good to see you here. Rob Taylor, BABB has so much damn potential, I just hope they can do it. We'll all be happy investors. That's the thing about BABB, and that's why I keep saying it is risky. It is risky. BABB is a risky investment, but it's one of those risky investments that could 10x, 50x, 100x your kind of portfolio, even your whole portfolio. And that's, I just believe in the team and what they're doing, why they're doing it, the ethos of the kind of team as well. And hopefully they're going to be the first bank. We have to remember that, first bank with an official banking license on the blockchain. If they can pull that off, then it'd be amazing. If not, I think they've just tried the hardest to get to where they want to go. So we'll see if it kind of works out for them. If it works out for them, it's going to work out for us as well. Is ETF, which is hyped a lot on the September 30th, gone? Be delayed as they have the option to postpone it till February next year. The ETF is coming. The ETF, that's another one I've just kind of let go of and just saying, okay, the ETF's coming. It's just a matter of when, not if. So if it's not this year, it'll be the start of next year. So it's just a matter of coming, when it's going to happen. Remember Skidmore, don't forget to mollocate the like, your wee Sasanax. Yes. Crush the likes, everybody, if you like these videos. Most people are expecting delay for the ETF. Yeah, they are. Kyle Watts, always watch your videos, but never live. Excellent, good to see you live, Kyle. Davey Stew, one of our brilliant admins. One day a castle party will happen. One day it will happen. We shall have that party at the castle. Castle's all picked, and we know kind of where we're going. It would just be brilliant to have that. I can't wait for that day to come. Honestly can't wait. That'd be such a brilliant day, wouldn't it? Party at the castle when everybody just goes mental. Scottish Bull, financial crash is coming. Projects like Litecoin will go crazy. I do believe in the stock markets, but we're going to crash in the stock markets. The dollar and the like are done for. I do believe that as well for the long term, not immediately. I think dollar and fiat are really going to kind of go down big time. Dollar, fiat, kind of euro, all things like that is going to be crypto. It really is going to be crypto. I think it really is going to be crypto. How it's going to happen, I don't know. How the logistics of it, I don't know how that's going to happen. But the US are losing control, I have to say. And if you're from the US, I'm not putting the US down. The US are kind of losing control, the dollar control that they have over the world just now. And it's not going to be like that for long. I think a financial crash is coming, which is going to have a tidal wave effect kind of on the UK and Europe and kind of the rest of the world. I hope that fiat cash dies soon, and we're the early adopters. That would kind of be fantastic. Okay, I'm going to leave it there for just now. I didn't even look at the news or anything. We kind of got waylaid talking, but I think these are kind of good chats as well to have as well. And I just want to kind of be honest with you and tell you where I was at before, because we all have these dips, we all have these kind of moments where we go, oh, holy shit, man. But then we have other moments where we go, holy shit, man, when we look at our portfolio. And that's going to come again. That will come again soon. And that party of the castle will happen. BABB party of the castle. Here we come. Okay, thank you so much for listening to my inane drivel. Oh, it's not an inane drivel. I hope it's not an inane drivel. I hope you don't think it's that inane drivel. But thank you for joining me today for coffee, for your thoughts, and you sharing your kind of honest your portfolios and things like that as well. Really, really appreciate it. And I like these chats as well. It doesn't all have to be about kind of news and stuff like that. It's just because it is about you. Okay, I'm going to leave it there for the moment, and until tomorrow, same time, same place, I will see you next time. Until then, namaste. Take care. Bye now.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square